How can I help my friend give up drinking?
I'm not really sure you can help your friend give up drinking.
You'll be fighting an uphill battle.
For someone to do something, they have to do it by choice.
I guess it's important to know whether this person thinks drinking is even a bad thing.
Look, I don't think drinking is necessarily bad.
Do they know that it's a hazard to their health?
You end up waking up with a hangover, you feel worse the next day, but like obviously in moderation.
And do you know that, drinking affects parts of your brain in a negative way?
You end up doing things that you regret.
It causes you to make bad decisions.
Drinking for a lot of people when they get addicted is usually a coping mechanism. It's something they do to relieve the pain.
It can shorten your lifespan. There are heaps of negative things about drinking and the whole drinking lifestyle.
We can help, but someone has to get to the stage of being able to admit their problem.
It's a matter of them coming to the conclusion that what they're doing to themselves and the relationships they have with people around them is really not working.
Any sort of addiction is something that ultimately is between that person and God.
Yeah, I think perhaps it's important to make a very clear distinction between what the person does with their drinking as opposed to the person themselves. I mean, if they know that you love them because of who they are as opposed to what they do, I think that's important.
Not judge them for it or look down on them because they have, a problem like this, but is to be a good example of someone who lives a healthy lifestyle. If you don't drink, then be a good example of that.
Supporting them in things that don't involve the drinking behaviour, I think is really, really good, and not supporting them in the drinking behaviour is really important as well. So it's important to understand what you're reinforcing and what you're ignoring.
At the end of the day, it's sin, and until someone can get to the point of saying, you know what, A, I have a drinking problem, B, I want to do something about it, and C, I need help to do that, there's not much, unfortunately, that you can do as a friend.
If sooner or later this person hits rock bottom and they need a good friend, well, you'll be there waiting for them to help them up.
So that they can start to claw their way back and change their lives. And that's with God's help, obviously.
And you feel like you may not be able to do anything yourself, but when you pray and ask God, that is powerful.